Okay, so hi all, welcome back. So before starting, I will just introduce Chandrasekhar first. So he was basically from website development, somewhat UI work. Then he jumped onto analytics thing. Most of you might be aware of at least SEO. What is SEO? Search engine optimization. This is a altogether different domain, but again, it is related to us only, right? So some people start with website design, then they jump into this field also, right? So Chandrasekharan has also done the same thing. So he will just guide us ki what things are there, what they do. Either any website you create. Let's say you have a product, you create a website of that product, and you want overall web. You know, let's say you are operating in Pune, but you want customer to be able to find your website from anywhere, wherever they need that particular product, whatever you are producing. So you have to do a SEO. Then only your website will reach to the right customer. So many things happen behind the scene. So he will go through that. Yeah, Chandrasekhar, you can move ahead. Let me know when you want to change it. I will switch it.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Yeah, hello all. So my name is Chandrasekhar Bali. Earlier, I used to work on front-end development of the websites like WordPress, Magento, and other things like Angular and all. So for learning the Angular also, I joined here at Learning Partner 3 months ago. So then I used to start learning JavaScript most in like into the deep learning regarding the JavaScript and all. So after that, then I tried to switch my role towards Google Analytics, uh, Tag Manager, and all. These are related totally website tracking. Okay, you are able to hear me, right? Yeah. If someone
Yes, yes.
can, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, someone can reply. Yeah. So basically, every business needs tracking. So they wants to know how their business is performing through online. When if it is an offline store, then they can see the direct customers, how many people are, how the crowd is, how many people are visiting, how many purchases were they are doing, and all they can see that. But when it comes to a virtual store like a website or other app something, so they cannot see the visitors directly. So that's where the analytics lies here. So the Google Analytics, it is a website or app tracking platform where every interaction can be tracked. So for example, if I click a button on the website, then it will track. The button click has happened. If I submit one form, then that will collect the data someone submitted your form on this specific page. Then it will collect all the data and make reports and share it with our clients. Like, so this is the
Chandrasekhar.
data. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. So let's say you have an e-commerce application, and if you are just
Hmm.
opening a particular product also, you are not, you didn't add to cart, you
Yes.
didn't add to wish list, still they will be able
Correct.
to see if people are opening this product multiple times, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This kind of entire data, the Google Analytics will share. How many people opened this specific product? How many people added the product to the cart? How many checkouts were happened and all? The Google Analytics will take place. It will take that responsibility. So the Google Tag Manager, GTM, and BigQuery are the add-on tools for the GFO to transform the data and collect the data. Okay. So if you can go to the next slide, I'll show you. I'll tell you what and all. Yeah. So this is where the user behavior to the website Google Analytics is to understand the user behavior, like what happened, how many pages the people are visiting, and what are the top four visited pages and all, and what actions where they are doing, like button clicks, form submissions, product visits, and if someone added to the cart, and all these actions can be tracked. Then can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So then the Google Analytics will collect all these actions and transform them into the reports. Then it will share it with our client for analysis. Like if there are any performance drawbacks on any specific page, then we can analyze that. So there is a drop on this page compared to the yesterday. then what has happened, we can check on the front end. So we will notify the same to the developer, then they will debug. And this is even front end developer also needs to learn this kind of stuff, which who wants to transform their career into digital analytics or data engineering and something towards that role. Okay, so here this is the flow. You can see here, when someone visit a website, then there is a data layer using JavaScript we will create. Okay, the data layer collects the user data, the browser using the browser cookies. We will collect the data using, like, this person landed on this website from this browser, and this is the design, this kind of device. This kind of data can be collected via JavaScript using data layer. Then the tag manager, Google Tag Manager is an add-on tool that collects this customized data and send it the data to GA4, Google Analytics 4. Okay, and there is a BigQuery tool which is available in the Google Cloud Platform, GCP. There is a SQL based platform. BigQuery is a SQL based tool. Okay, that transforms all this data into a perfect structured dashboards. Okay, for example, we might everyone knows SQL, right? MySQL. We will store some database there, and there we can see some tables like WP admin, WP post, and all. And the specific data, again, inside we will see structural data. So we will use SQL to call the data, right? The same we will do here in the BigQuery to create the dashboards. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Yeah. So here you can see the GTM is, as I told you, it is an add-on tool. For example, there is only Google Explorer something. There is a browser, right? That is slow. That works only a specific. For example, there is a Google Chrome now. This is a pro tool. Like, it works very faster compared to the Edge. The same way, this GTM is a add-on tool that collects the customized data to GA4 that works efficiently to show the customized reports in the GA4. Okay, so where the GA4 cannot collect all the data. Like, for example, if I submit a form, I cannot collect the device name. For example, I cannot collect the email data or the name and all. So GTM here that works as an add-on tool that collects the customized data. Okay, like, for example, using GTM, we can collect the email, we can collect the phone, and we can collect the name and all. So there, the JavaScript based platform it is, GTM. And we can see this. There are some. If anyone wants to visit the website, like, note it down, the website of GTM, tagmanager.google.com. Anyone can log into the website. There you can see the dashboard. You can see all these things, like you can see tags, triggers, variable. These are the functional things to collect the data. These are the functional things there you can see on the GTM tag manager. Okay, and GA4, that is where we will send the data using GTM. So GA4, you can see event based tracking. Right now it is there, like, every action can be considered as event. If you scroll down to the website, like, we will use some scroll functions, right, in JavaScript. The same way the GA4 will track this data. If you scroll down to the 50% of the page, then someone scrolled on your page 50% depth. So it will collect the data and it will share it with our client to see the performance of the page. Okay, the same.
Whatever I'm doing, everything can be tracked. Even if I'm
everything.
I'm resizing anything.
Anything on the front end, whatever the action you do on the website and app, that can be tracked and collected the data and transformed into reports.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you can see for example, there is an example you can see, but buy now click. For example, I clicked on the button buy now on a specific product. Then there is a trigger we will set up. Someone clicks that button, it will fire the tag. Someone clicked the button, and it will collect the product name and product price and product URL and other attribute data it will collect and send it to the GA4. All these specific customized data, entire raw data it will collect. When any action, it will collect the entire raw data and send it to GA4. And as I told you, GA4 it will have the raw data only. So where the BigQuery helps here, like to transform the raw data into structural dashboards. Okay, we can see that if you can see Google Cloud Platform, if anyone go there, then you can see BigQuery. We can write the SQL query in the bottom for specific table, then it will show the structured data of entire actions, what are the number of page visits, number of button clicks, number of add to carts, and the specific product URLs and all. Why this required is because when someone investing on a business, they want to know all these reports, so that they can know the performance of their business, then they can go efficiently invest further more based on the performance, right? So that is where it required. If it is not performing well, then again the front end and back end team has to do something to enhance more for a better performance, for a better experience on the for the user. That's it. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah, previous slide, previously, please. Yeah. So here, the BigQuery integration, like GA4 is nothing but Google Tag Manager 4. Earlier, it was Universal Analytics, that is a page-based one. Okay. Now it is event-based. Earlier session-based, it is event-based. So Google Tag GA4 is, you can see the website URL, Google analytics.google.com, analytics.google.com. Anyone can visit and create with their own email account. Okay, if you have any test website, staging website, register there, you will see some data. Okay, and that GA4 will send the data. We can connect the GA4 to BigQuery, where we can see the raw data. Then it will transform that into custom reports. That's where we can see the business insights here using SQL queries. Yeah, let's go to the next slide. Yeah, slide number 6. Yeah. So as any tech, any core that requires best practices, right? The same GA4, GTM, these implementations also has some best practices. Among those, some of the points we have mentioned here, but you can see in the Google Chat GPT or in the YouTube, you can find more best practices, but these are the key best practices. When we are sending the data, using data layer, if we can capture any data on the backend. For example, I have designed one product in the backend using Angular. So there, I'm collecting the data using JavaScript. Using the JavaScript in the data layer. So what will happen whenever I change any classes or IDs for in the backend for that specific product, then automatically we will map there itself. The data layer will collect the updated data using the updated classes, right? So that is where we will use data layer. Example, if we don't use data layer, there is in GTM dashboard also we have some options to collect the data using JavaScript. There also we can put the JavaScript, like we learned some classes in the learning partner, right, earlier, like const data, const title equal to document.query selector, and using ID we are collecting the data for page title and all, right? So if we do like that, in future, when the backend updates using additional like with the new classes or IDs, then we cannot collect the data efficiently. That's why in the backend of that specific product itself, we will build this data layer to push it to the browser. Okay, and consistent naming in the sense like how we will rename the files as in the code files in PHP and all any other files. We will use underscore, right? Like smaller case and underscores. That is the consistent naming. And the preview and debug tools you can find in the GTM. Yeah. And real world use cases, you can see here, these are some very few examples here. Button click tracking, for example, any add to cart button, checkout, product, view product, any button tracking can be possible, and form submissions is possible. And checkout funnel in the sense I have visited a website from specific browser or a specific landing page, then I visited one product, added to the cart, and went to the checkout and made a purchase. Then this is all a single funnel. Okay, this is the goal. That is the funnel performance, checkout funnel. Okay, and campaign performance is Google ads, you might know, right? Google ads, if we run any ad, Google ads, Facebook ads, something, so we will run one ad to target one landing page, right? So that landing page performance, how many people are visiting, using that link, and how many made purchases, this kind of thing in the campaign performance we will track. And that's all. Okay, so there are many more opportunities in this field also, but it must require JavaScript, any language that requires JavaScript. Here also, using learning partner itself, I learned the JavaScript more. Then it helped me to crack this job in Capgemini. So now I'm moving to that digital analytics towards. Earlier, I worked as a front-end engineer and all. So this is why
So
how
again,
it
that
happened.
field is, we don't have that field right now, right? Like the people who used to just design the website, that field is slowly getting lost.
Yes.
And I have seen like we had a client who has a website, but inside that website, it was a manufacturing platform. People used to raise the quotation over there. So there we have seen that Google Analytics was there, and we used to see from which location user are actively using it. So that also is the part of the same thing, right?
Yes. Yes.
We can see the
We
live
can see.
users. So we used to see
Yes.
that how many
Yes.
people are from which country are using our application at that time.
Yeah. All the demographics, all the other performance metrics like which device, which
Hmm.
browser,
Right.
even the browser version, everything we can see in the analytics.
So sometimes, let's say if I search a particular product, right, from Amazon or
Yes.
Flipkart, and then
Yes.
whatever the website I visit, I started seeing those product ads. So that is happening because of they are collecting our data,
Yes. Correct.
right? Hmm.
Yes, even if I something search on the website, I visited one product website. There
Hmm.
I have searched some product.
Hmm.
That keywords, what are the search terms we use? That search terms also we can collect and we will
Hmm.
store. So based on that, we will know. Okay, these people are most of the people searching these products.
Hmm.
Then we will target those products into ad platform.
Correct.
Like this is how it happens, and we will store those cookies, right? The everyone. So based on that, using that cookies, we will target those ads to the front end. So that's why someone speak to the some keyword like I'm going to the gym, then
Hmm.
Instagram immediately show the gym products
Right.
into your feed. Is because they are running the ad, but they want to know the keyword.
Right.
Though
So that,
we
let's
will
say you have a
collect.
very famous website, let's say Amazon or Flipkart, they might be also selling this data to other vendors then, because how what people are looking
Yes,
right now. So they might be
yes,
selling this
yes.
data also.
Of course. So it is based on the cookies we accept. If the cookies were denied, then the Google Analytics won't accept to track the data. So very minimal data can be tracked at the moment. Since if we allow that, there we can see the cookies, like they will mention we will use your
Ac-
information to target
Accept
some
the cookie,
ad performance
right?
and all. Yeah.
Mhm.
So when we accept that, then it will store our data into the cookies. Then it will collect and share it with third party platforms and all
Okay.
based on our
Okay.
acceptance and consent. Yeah.
So again, as a UI developer, we should have all this information in our back of the mind, even though we are not going to directly work on it. But still, it's good to have this key. How, whenever you visit an e-commerce application, you open a product, what happened behind the scene, where your data is also getting shared, right? Right.
Correct.
Was a nice session, Chandrasekhar. Like if you have some, once you get some, client and you have some data to share, the real data. So let me know. We can plan one more session. Just seeing all that data
Sure.
will
Sure.
be again more innovative.
Sure. 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 I have some demo websites where I use it to run to test these kind of to
Mhm.
track the users and all. I'm running
Right.
some free book website where
Hmm.
I'm collecting this data. That
Right.
is why I'm running this thing. So I can show you something somewhere after, if you like, in
Yeah.
some days, like
Yeah. Yeah.
this
So
week.
once you have the proper data, we can again plan a session and you can show the actual demo there.
Sure, sure, we'll do that.
Yeah. Anyone having any quick question around this?
All right.
Is it
Please note
is
note
it
the website.
possible?
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
is
Please,
it
please.
possible to have a practical kind of session seeing this?
Yeah, I will do that. Then we will connect at one session so that I'll make some the backend ready, and what are the tags and all. I will prepare and show it with you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and please note note down the websites like tagmanager.google.com, analytics.google.com, and Google Cloud Platform. Please just check these things. Just if you have time, spend 2 to 5 minutes. You will understand easily. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
All right then.
Chandrasekhar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you all. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you.